Today, we will hear the story of the movie, Operation Fortune. The film begins with the scene where Nathan Jasmine, a special secret agent of the British government, meets his senior officer, Knighton, who briefs him about the attack by some Ukrainian terrorists who managed to steal a special device named the Handle. Knighton says that only a big agency can execute such an incident. He is not sure about the exact utility of this device, but he is worried that some deadly task can be accomplished with it. Therefore, he instructs Nathan to immediately track it down before it falls into the wrong hands. Nathan says that he will need to put together a strong team that will carry out this undercover mission. He hires some finest men in the team, starting with super spy Orson Fortune to lead the team, along with Sarah Fidel, a genius computer hacker, and J.J. Davies, a sniper. Nathan and the team travel to Madrid to get the hard drive from a lab professor, Backer, which has complete data about the Handle. Orson along with his team gather in a mall to get the hard drive from Backer, but they get interrupted by another team, who were also in search of the Handle. Meanwhile, Sarah hacks into a computer and extracts the details of the other team. Sarah tells Orson that 2 people from this team are after him. Orson fights with them and manages to make them unconscious. Meanwhile, Orson's team manages to get hold of Backer and take him inside a private van. Nathan, who is already present in the van, takes the drive from Backer. Suddenly, Backer gets a heart attack. He confesses about not having any knowledge about this drive, and that someone has kidnapped his wife, forcing him into doing this work. On the other side, we see Nathan's rival, Mike, who is also assigned to track down the Handle. He chases Nathan's team and stops their van midway. Finding it difficult to open the door, they start cutting the door with the help of a machine. Meanwhile, Backer dies while requesting them to save his wife. Here, Sarah manages to copy all the data on the device, after which Nathan gives the device to Mike. Mike takes the device and leaves. While reviewing the data, Nathan and his team discover that a billionaire arms broker named Greg Simmons is behind everything. After which, Nathan and the team leave for Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Sarah extracts Greg's info from her system. They learn that Greg loves hanging out with celebrities and is a big fan of celebrity Danny. So Orson goes to see Danny in his private jet and pursues him to help on a mission. When Danny refuses, Orson blackmails him by showing him some of his private videos. Seeing the videos, Danny gets scared and agrees to go with him. Learning about Greg's plan to host a charity gala in Cannes, the team decides to go there with Danny's help. At this party, Sarah accompanies Danny as his girlfriend, Michaela, and Orson as his manager. As they reach the event, Danny gets nervous, but they try to calm him down. Sarah says to Danny to just act, and they will take care of the rest. Nathan was keeping an eye on all these from a distance. Now we see Greg talking to some of his investors when his eyes fall upon Danny. He is excited and happy to see his favorite celebrity and immediately goes to greet him. Danny introduces him to his girlfriend, Michaela, Sarah's cover, and the new manager, Orson. Greg also introduces Danny to his investors and business partners. As they talk about their upcoming projects, Sarah follows Greg's assistant, Emilia, downstairs, where she sees a secret room. She quietly places an audio tape on the table kept outside the room and returns to the party. Meanwhile, JJ transfers the data from Emilia's computer to Sarah's phone. Some Ukrainian guests start taking selfies with Danny. Greg then invites Danny and Michaela to his Turkish villa in Antalya for 2 days. Greg also tells them that he is about to make a big deal with some Ukrainians. Later, Orson takes both of them out of the party. Danny admits that he was scared to act at the party, but had a lot of fun doing it. Meanwhile, at the party, Greg was talking to the Ukrainian mafia, Alexander, telling him about a $10 billion deal. Nathan, who was watching everything from a distance, listened to the deal through the device installed by Sarah. The next day, Nathan and the team get busy finding out about the $10 billion deal. Sarah says that she could find out about it by hacking into Alexander's system. That same night, Orson sneaks into Alexander's house to help her hack Alexander's computer. He puts on his mask and releases anesthetic gas into the ventilation system, taking Alexander and his men into a deep sleep. Orson then steals all the valuable things from his locker to make it look like a robbery. After Sarah manages to hack into the computer, Orson copies all the data to his hard drive and leaves. While coming out, 2 guards catch him, but Orson manages to escape. The British government instructs Nathan to find the Handle as soon as possible, since it is an advanced AI capable of defeating any security system in the world. If in the wrong hands, It could be used to bring a huge crisis in the world. The next day, Greg learns about the robbery that took place at Alexander's house, and that all the details and the laptop are safe. On the other hand, after going through the details of the laptop, Nathan and the team find out that an exchange of the handle is going to happen at Greg's villa in Antalya. Greg had already invited Danny there, so everyone left for Turkey. Danny and Sarah visit Greg Simmons at his villa in Antalya. Seeing them, Greg gets happy and shows them around his luxurious house. He also shows them his collection of luxurious cars. Danny is surprised to see his dream car, a very expensive one, among all the cars. Greg gives him the car as a gift. Danny feels very happy and goes for a drive with Greg in the same car. As they leave, Sarah sneaks into Greg's bedroom and hacks into his system to learn that an arms deal is about to happen here. But Nathan was not convinced and wondered why the issue of arms deal was kept so secret. He asks Sarah to get to the bottom of this and gather more info. Meanwhile, Orson and JJ are looking for Greg's informant inside the Turkish government, when Orson sees a man named Ben Harris and starts chasing him as he feels he could be behind this deal. But suddenly Ben falls from a building and dies. Orson finds a piece of paper near his body. He takes Ben's phone and the paper cut and leaves immediately. After going through the information gathered, Orson finds out that Ben was the one to complete the exchange deal of the handle, which is worth $10 billion. The Ukrainians did not recognize Ben Harris. Seeing an opportunity, Orson pretends to be Ben Harris using Ben's phone and goes with the Ukrainians to make the deal. After safety checks, Ukrainian people put him in a car and took him to a hilly area. Orson was going to make the deal here on Greg's behalf, and after the deal was done, $10 billion would be transferred to Greg's account. To complete this deal, a 16-digit password is required, which only Greg knows. But Orson cleverly calls Greg from Ben's phone, seeking the secret password from him. Meanwhile, Sarah, using a voice-changing technique, changes Orson's voice to Ben's. Greg tells his password, and $10 billion is credited to his account. Then we see Danny and Sarah quietly sneaking out from Greg's villa with his car. Meanwhile, Orson gets identified by Alexander's men present there. Everyone points their guns at Orson when Mike and his men arrive in his helicopter. They start shooting and kill almost everyone. Seeing an opportunity, Orson tries to escape but gets caught by Mike's men. Mike gets hold of the handle and leaves after ordering his men to kill Orson. But JJ saves Orson by shooting down everyone with his excellent skills. Then Orson and JJ get on board the helicopter present there and rescue Sarah and Danny from Greg's men. After which, they all go to meet Greg. Greg is annoyed with Danny for lying to him, but Orson explains to him that they blackmailed Danny to do this and that it's not his fault. Greg says that there is no money in his account, as you people have stolen it. Sarah tells him that the transaction was canceled even before the money could arrive, and they don't have the money. She believes Mike has got the money. Despite all the problems that the team caused him, Greg offers to help them retrieve the handle, as Mike's theft has cost him his money. Orson then makes a plan. The scene now shifts towards Mike, where he is seen making a deal of the handle with two men. Greg recognizes them and tells Orson that these two are biotech biggies named Arnold and Trent, who have hoarded gold and now intend to use the handle to cause a worldwide financial crisis. While Orson and JJ eliminate the ground security and destroy all the satellites, Danny and Greg go up into the tower where the deal is taking place. Greg tells them that they have made a huge mistake by stealing his money and threatens to kill their family members as well. With this, he shows his powers by destroying Arnold and Trent's tower. He then threatens Mike to return the money or face the same consequence. Mike gets scared and agrees to return the money. After that, Danny and Greg leave from there before everyone turns on each other. Now an argument starts between Mike, Trent, and Arnold, after which people from both sides shoot each other and die. Later, Orson arrives there to find the handle, but suddenly Mike is seen standing behind him, which means he is not dead. Mike is about to kill Orson when Sarah, who was watching the whole thing through a camera, tells Orson about Mike. Orson kills Mike and leaves. As the mission is now over, Orson, Sarah, and JJ meet Nathan in Doha and hand him over the handle. Nathan offers the team another job, but Orson says that my team needs a vacation. At the end of the movie, we see Greg and Danny shooting for their next film.